Yeah, so NTSA is still investigating the cause of the crash, and we got those names about 30 minutes ago, but local law enforcement says they're waiting to release the name of the third person killed until they notify the family. But the plane was actually out here until about 3:30 this afternoon. You can actually see right here is where the plane landed. We have some shrapnel, even a piece here that looks like a pedal with the name of the type of plane on it. Again, extra skid marks as well as more debris down here in glass. Now, this is a very remote area of Williams. As you can see, there's not much out here, so we do have limited information as of right now. But here's what we know so far. Now, this plane was a single engine Piper P828. It was registered to a flight school out of San Diego called First Flight Corp. We did reach out to the school, but as of right now, they cannot comment as investigation is still ongoing. Now, according to FlightAware, the plane took off from the North Las Vegas airport at 9:38 yesterday morning. It was last seen in Kingman an hour later at an altitude at 9,300 feet. There's no record beyond that, and Williams police say they're still investigating what caused the crash, but from the information they gathered, they know that the plane fueled up at the airport just north of us. The plane then headed south, but ran into some technical difficulties, and then that's when the accident occurred.
So Mason, yeah, this has been pretty tough to see. No survivors out there. Very tragic. What were investigators looking for this afternoon? Have you been able to assess that?
Yeah, so we couldn't talk to investigators, but when we were seeing them out here today, they were walking around this area. They were looking at the plane closely, even measuring it. And at one point, too, they even lifted the engine up to look around it before then putting it on the tow truck and sending it away. But again, we don't have a timeline for this as of right now, but we will keep you guys updated on air and online as we learn more. But for now, reporting from Williams, Mason Carroll for Arizona's Family.